What's happening, everyone? This is Lesky, back with another FIFA 23 Pro Clubs player build video. I apologize, lately on my channel I haven't been posting as much videos as I usually do, and that's really just because FIFA 23 is kind of dying down. It's late July, almost August. The new game will be out in late September, and I'm excited to play that. So I just have not been playing as much Pro Clubs lately, which is why I'm not bringing out as much videos as I usually do. So I do apologize for that. But as the year continues to widen down, I'll still try and come out with as many build videos as I can. So currently for this video, we'll be looking at this stocky attacker build. And the great thing about this build is that it can really play any attacker position: striker, center forward, winger, outside mid, cam. It can play all those. It's well-rounded. I do think it will be best more as like a center forward, secondary striker type of role. I mostly used it on the wing just because of the formation we were playing, and I had another bigger striker up top with me. So I was playing on the left mostly, but I was kind of just roaming all over the field, kind of playing like an inverted winger, basically like a secondary striker. And this build kind of reminds me of Rooney with the body type, or even like a Carlos Tevez, Kun Aguero, but it definitely reminds me of Rooney the most, besides the powerful long shots. The long shots aren't the greatest, but other than that, everything is very similar to a Rooney build, so it does remind me of him. And I think Rooney is also 5'9" and has that stocky body type like this build. So looking at the build, position, height, and weight, you're going to be listed as a right mid or left mid for this build. The height will be 5'8". The weight is 198 pounds. You can go anywhere in between 176 and 198 pounds for the weight, but 198 will give you more of that stocky body type look. Preferred foot is up to you guys. Let's now take a look at some of the clips that I got with this build before we go on to the perk page.
It's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Body.
Ooh. No way.
Let's go.
Oh my. Oh my.
Let's go.
Mixed it. Yep. Oh. No way. Oh my. See it.
Brilliant. Let's go.
I think you really good with dogs.
Ah, come on.
But I was getting like the normal.
Keep going.
But those were huge.
Ah, oh yes.
Oh.
Pass it in the goal.
Oh yeah.
The ref is in red.
Leave it. Yep, perfect.
I got it.
Yeah.
Cut. Oh, honestly. Oh man. From those highlights, you can see the versatility of this build and why I was comparing it to Rooney. Strong, got great physicals, solid dribbling ability, clinical inside the box when shooting. And then the most underrated thing probably about this build is the passing. And Rooney, towards the end of his career especially, he became more of a playmaker and was able to make those precise passes. And that's what you can do with this build, and why it's able to play in pretty much any attacker position. So the first perk I have is the Poacher perk, and this will help increase all the shooting attributes when taking a shot inside the box. I didn't go for a ton of upgrades and skill points on the shooting page, but the Poacher will make up for that. And like I said, the one downside about this build, and the one thing that really doesn't match a Rooney build, I guess, is the long shot stat. It's not that great. I believe it's like low 80s. And then the shot power isn't great either on the build. I believe it's 85, but that does not matter when you're taking shots inside the box because the Poacher perk will upgrade the shot power a lot. For these next two perk slots, I have Skilled Dribbler and Active First Touch, and these will help improve the dribbling ability, especially Skilled Dribbler. It'll upgrade all the dribbling attributes and then give you the permanent flare trait. Active First Touch, I believe, upgrades the agility and ball control, while also upgrading the acceleration and sprint speed in certain situations. When you're running in behind onto a through ball, or when you receive a ball, it'll kick in for a while and give you that boost of pace. So these 2 perks are great just to make your build feel better on the ball. And you'll see me have these 3 perks on a ton of my attacker builds this year in pro clubs. Let's go on over to the skill tree. Starting on the physical page for this stocky attacker build, I went for both of the archetypes, Bull and Acrobat. Acrobat will get our stamina maxed at 94, and then I went for some jumping to at least get it over 80, so we get it to 82 by going for this +3 jumping. And then right here, don't forget about this +4 reactions. We'll have 92 reactions on this build. On the left side, I'm getting literally everything except for this aggression and the second part to that aggression. I'm also getting some reactions upgrades here, and then the Bull archetype just to max out the strength on this stocky build. This dribbling page doesn't look great on the skill tree, but once you get in game, the dribbling is phenomenal, and that's mostly because of skill dribbler and active first touch upgrading the dribbling attributes. Skill dribbler will upgrade agility, balance, ball control, and dribbling +15 each, so all the dribbling attributes will be in the 90s. You really just need to get these stats to 84 and don't upgrade them anymore, because that will get you to maxed out attributes. Unfortunately, going for the skill moves right here, we kind of have to get 86 ball control, and that's also why I didn't go for this +2 balance for 1 skill point to bump it up to 87. We don't need it because skill dribbler is already going to bump it up to 99. For those of y'all that don't want the 5-star skills, you can just go for 4-star skills or maybe even 3-star skills. Feel free to take these off, and if you do that, you might as well take this attack positioning and ball control off and just put it to this ball control. It'll get it to 85 instead of 86, and you'll save yourself a skill point. Also, if you decide to take this skill moves off, there's no point of having this +2 agility and attack positioning for 4 skill points. You can put that on this +2 agility for 3 skill points, and then maybe you could upgrade the agility even more to 83, and you'll be good to go. And then I would put the rest of those skill points that you have on either shooting, pace, passing, or physical, because the drilling page will be set like this. But I'm gonna put it back to how I had it with the 5-star skills. I was able to allocate a lot of skill points to this passing page. On the right side, I went for the architect archetype. We'll have 87 long pass, 87 short pass, and 87 vision. And then on the left, I'm going for some crossing, more vision upgrades, and some curve. We'll have 85 curve and 88 crossing. Like I said, the passing ability is great on this build, especially if you're going to be using it as like a striker. But if you want to play more as like a center forward, where you can do some playmaking, or like an attacking mid, or even winger, these passing stats are very reliable. For shooting, it's similar to the dribbling page, where it doesn't look great on the skill tree, but with the poacher perk, these shooting attributes will be much better when taking shots inside the box. So on the left side, I went for the weak foot upgrade. We have a 5-star weak foot on this build. And then right here, I just got this +4 shot power. So we'll have 85 shot power, but with Poacher, it'll upgrade the shot power +10 to 95 when taking shots inside the box. The only time you'll have 85 shot power is when taking long shots. On the right side, I'm gonna take this off. You're gonna get these first 3 heading accuracy upgrades. And then on this third one, you'll get the second section, 4 skill points for +4 heading and +4 volleys. We'll get the weak foot, finisher archetype, and then lastly at the top right is this +1 finishing, just 1 extra skill point to get it up to 83. The poacher perk will give you +15 finishing, so with the 83 we already have, it'll actually be 98 in game. The heading actually is 85. I think it gives you +10, so that'll be 95. 84 volleys, it gives you +15 volleys, so that'll be 99 volleys. And then the one downside I said, which kind of makes it not a Rooney build, not exactly like a Rooney build at least, is the long shot stats. What you could do is go back to the passing page, especially if you're going to be using this build as a striker and you think the passing stats are a little too much. You could take off this architect archetype, rock it how it is right now, go back to this shooting page and maybe upgrade the shooting stats like this. And you can get it to 88 rather than 81. That should be much better, and you'll have even 2 skill points you could put somewhere else. And I'd probably just put that on like jumping, maybe on the physical page, or somewhere on passing. That could be a good option if you don't want the extra passing attributes. The pace on this build is 91 acceleration and 93 sprint speed, so it comes out to an overall of 92 pace. The only thing I left off is this +2 sprint speed for 4 skill points. It's not really necessary. I don't think you're going to notice much of a difference. But luckily, we have the active first touch perk on this build, so at times, the pace will be even higher than what you see here. Both the acceleration and sprint speed will be boosted because of that perk. So that completes the build video for this stocky attacker build. Let me know in the comments if you give this build a try. Hit that like button on this video for me, and then don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. As always, y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.